push like a child does that's being born into the light, because a child is in that dark womb of, amniotic fluid. But we push like a sunflower, and we turn to the sun because we're solar beings, and we can't live without the sun. Can't live without the trees either. Can I tell you how much I love trees? But anyway, let's get back. 46, pushing up, and my number 28, my favorite number. So if I break them down and carry it on down, remember, I'm adding these numbers together. So we got wow, we got a double Wheel of Fortune. The last show I was talking about changing, let me put that R in there. I was talking about changing directions, okay? And how you're changing directions all the time, regardless of whether you think you're keeping everything together. You're going to keep it just like this. No, you're not. And if you get to the place where you can accept and receive and believe without this is bleeding back into the other show, then all things are possible. All things. But anyway, if you don't do that, then you wouldn't recognize when things occur, because you're so bum-fuzzled in your own anxiety of trying to keep things the same. Anyway, what have we got? We got 2 10s, so we got a 20. And the 20, again, goes to it must be on the other page, my Hebrew Shin. And that is the acceptance of all that is. Let me. Isn't that just the most ridiculous words? I am being transformed at this moment. I do not offer any conscious objection and interference. That is what 20 is. And it is the 3 aspects of ourself. The male, who is Chakma. Now I'm getting into some Kabbalah. And it's the female, which is Bina or Baina. And she's also Saturn. And then it is the child, and that is Tepereth. Okay, it's the 3 parts of ourselves. And we carry these 3 parts of ourselves all the time because we have the impetus to create. We have that force to go out, to conquer the world. Then we have the female part, which is the nurturing part, and to receive that, which is the impetus to create and make some kind of form out of it. Now, in the midst of that, innocence must arise. Okay? We'll probably get to that in a moment. But anyway, let's get back to the spinning wheel, which was $20. Okay, let's see how we are talking about 20. Stop this minute, stop this second, and think of something that you have that is 20. What do you have that is 20? What do you have that's 20? Do you have $20? Do you have 10 toes and 10 fingers? Do you have that? Yes, you do. And what were you doing when you were 20 years old? Let's do the math and find out what year it was. The next time that you pull a $20 bill out of your wallet or pocketbook or off the dresser or wherever you're going to get it, off the table if you're a waitress and very, very fortunate, take that $20 bill and hold it and be thankful because it came from a dimension of God, whatever that means to you, and has been delivered to you. And it is a reminder that you are a receptacle of God, a vehicle of expression with 3 parts, the male, female, and child. And each one of those aspects have to be nurtured, have to be listened to, and have to be attended to. Problems arise when you send in the female to take care of the male's job, or the child to answer for the mother. These are all things that have to do with that number 20. Okay? Now let's get on with the spinning wheel. The spinning wheel. All right. Trance states as natural evolution, being inside the inside, yet staying under and weaving a web in time of remembrance and forgetfulness and remembrance. Deeply involved with the personal, yet coldly detached from whatever does not serve. Spinning wheel, spinning wheel. Deeply involved with the personal, yet coldly detached from whatever does not serve. Think it is God that says, I am a jealous God. And things will be removed that are not pertinent for your life. It is not personal by any means. Persuading, teaching, invoking, insisting that what comes next, that we must get on with the dance. This is a penetrating sensibility which finds what can be brought forward and fosters it all pervasively. The collective voice of conscience at her post, attentive and scrutinizing. A void in terms of letting everything be. Letting everything be. And an immense force to follow the thread of growth and development all the way through, catching every step. All right. Mitzi, you'd asked me before, after the last show, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of it now. What is the vibration of good? So we have 11 and we have a 12, so 23. Again, experience. Spinning wheel. Our life is the yarn upon which we run through this spinning wheel. I've seen a spinning wheel, but I do not know one single solitary thing about them. So when I'm talking about this, I'm talking in ignorance. But this person, whoever sits there in that spinning wheel, and I know she has a pedal of some sort, and she's having to pull that thread. And with there's knots in them, and there's breakages, and she has, as that book was saying, she has to catch every stitch. And so we have to be that involved in life with all of the details. Yet she has to be so totally detached, or she would never finish whatever it was that she's weaving. If she had to think about what she was doing, there is no way whatsoever that she could finish, because she would be condemning it and complaining and criticizing and trying to spend time fixing what she thought was wrong. All that she has to do is get in rhythm with her life. Rhythm with the spinning wheel. She has to, and that there's a certain pulse that is running through you. It's running through me at this moment. It's a pulse. It's a tone. It's a musical vibration. It is the hum, if you will. Thank you. It is the Hu, which is God, man, human, which we are. And we are each governed and conditioned and calibrated and generated and motivated and aspirated by this hum. Just like that woman that's sitting at the spinning wheel. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe she goes that fast, or maybe she goes boom, 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 or maybe she goes boom, 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 boom. Regardless of what her hum is doing for her, that beautiful blanket will be rendered if she does not interfere with the process. Okay? She cannot interfere with the process. Now let's get a little bit more into this pulse. I like that word today, Mitzi. Pulse. 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 You've got one. I've got one. But you never think that this is sustaining you, this pulse. You have no idea when it's going to stop. You didn't start it, and you can't possibly stop it. Can't start it either. But this pulse of life, in that pulse, it's as steady as can be. It continues. Y'all can't hear that rhythm that's on this marker against this paper. It sounds really good. Sounds really theatrical. I could probably write a song. Well, let me get the third. Okay. 7, 3, 3, 1, 5. Pulse. 8. Mitzi. That pulse does not begin with us. It does not stop with us. It is eternal. Sign of infinity. Okay, and 11. There's your 19. I told you we would get it. I told you, darling. You just hang with me. The sun. Now, is it on this show that I said we're solar beings? I believe it is. Let's just make sure, because I love, Let me see if I can find it. All right, see if you see it. We are solar beings. The hitman. Some targeted action. Let me see. Nitrogen. Flames. Shin. Yeah, of course. Solar beings. Woohoo. Let's just put a heart around that. We are solar beings. The reason I'm doing this sweet angel, I don't know why I'm doing it, but the reason I pulled that back is to show that motive cosmic therapy is linked together, like our lives. This is the sun. I'm not going to turn it back, but y'all saw me, I wrote innocence on one of those papers. That is our sustaining force. Now, if this woman, whoever is doing, they look like stitches. They look like stitches on a sewing machine. I did not do that deliberately. I love life so much, I can hardly stand here. My stitches. Woo. Stitches. Stitches, stitches. Our life is filled with stitches. We're held together. Some of them come, frayed sometimes. We have to stick a safety pin in it. Okay. Let's see what these stitches are. All right. I need 3, 6, 14, 15, 29. Change directions. All right. The reason we're saying change directions, because we've got to wake up. We've got to realize that we are solar beings, regardless of how you interpret that. If you want to interpret it, I don't care how you interpret it. Just change directions with your mental attitude, and instead of drinking water with your right hand for a week, drink it with your left hand. But Paula, that's such a silly gesture. How do you know what silly is? And even if it is, do it 3 times. Be 3 times silly, because you're as stiff as a tobacco truck. Let's see, 16, silly. So we know we got the tower going on there, Missy. And what we got, 7? If you don't think everything is experience, you tell me what it is. Experience. Experience being silly. Experience running in the rain with no shoes on. Experience singing while you're cooking supper off key. Change directions. The stitches of our lives hold us together. Did we do pulse? Yes. Now we're doing tone. 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 Tone, 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 tone. Oh, tone. The tone of our lives. Let's see what it is. First of all, it's a 20. I think we started off the sheet with a 20, didn't we? Let me peek. Yeah, we started it off with a 20. This is a 15. Mitzi, I'm going to hold them all out. Because the 15 in the tarot cards is, oh, heaven forbid, the devil. It's pure raw sex, if you want to.